Alrighty, good evening, Arkansas. This is Assistant Chief Forecaster coming back here once again. I'm here to give you guys your weather update for today here. So, first and foremost, guys, we do not have a lot going on across Arkansas here. No shower, thunderstorm activity, just hot and humid across the board. So, looking at current temperatures right now here, I'm going to go ahead and pull this back over to the natural state at this point here. So, we've got 93 in Camden right now, 93 in Little Rock, 91 in Jonesboro, 91 down there in El Dorado, 93 in Texarkana, 93 in DeQueen, and 91 in Mena, and 88 right now in Fayetteville at this current point here. So, this overlaid with the heat index right now here. This is the high heat combined with the high humidity here. We've got 99 in the metro right now, 108 down there in Camden just a second ago. They were at 110. They cooled off just a little bit, but still pretty hot down there in Camden. 101 down there in El Dorado, 103 in Texarkana, 103 in DeQueen, 103 in Fort Smith, and also 108 in Piggott at this current time here, guys. So one thing I want to stress over the next couple of days here: take precautions while working outdoors. If you have any activities outdoors, take precautions. We're talking about limiting your time outdoors, staying in the AC, guys. As you guys know, the heat advisory goes for the entire state all the way until Thursday here, and I would not be shocked, especially in southeastern Arkansas. I'm talking the Pine Bluff area, down towards Gillette, towards Arkansas County down here, over towards Chico and Ashley County. I wouldn't rule out those areas seeing potential of excessive heat warnings here, because the fact that your ground moisture down here in the Delta region is still pretty, I'm going to take that back, not pretty high, it's still elevated. All right, so that will lead to higher humidity, and that will lead to dangerous heat indexes down there here. So I would be shocked to see a couple of excessive heat warnings going out over the next couple of days here down there. But regardless, guys, if you get put in an excessive heat warning or not, limit your time outdoors here. We are in a heat wave over the next couple of days here. Now, there is some relief on the way here on the cold front I've been preaching about the last couple of days. It is still forecast to move through Arkansas. However, based off of new computer model trends here, it appears that the cold front may stall out just to the southwest of the metro. We're talking in southwest Arkansas from Mena down towards Camden, El Dorado, towards Cross here. So what that means, some areas down there in southern Arkansas may not see the relief, while others in central and north Arkansas sees it. So behind the front boundary, temperatures are going to be near normal for this time of the year, maybe in some cases below normal, but the humidity drop behind the front of the boundary is going to be the big difference here. Now, ahead of the front, we will have to watch out for some shower and thunderstorm activity by this point here. But, guys, any significant rainfall we're not expecting at all across Arkansas over the next, I would say, 10 days here. So the potential of a drought is there for Arkansas here, guys. Our ground moisture is running extremely low, except for some localized cases like down in southeastern Arkansas where you saw the flooding back in June. Your ground moisture is still a little bit elevated down there here. But regardless, guys, we are running dry here. So we are trying hard to bring you guys some appreciable rainfall here, but I'm not expecting that over the next at least 7 to 10 days here. Now, with that being said here, now I've had some people ask me about what's going on out there in the Atlantic here and how could that affect us here in Arkansas. Well, what happens is the front of boundary comes through Friday and Saturday. It appears right now that the front of boundary will lift back towards the north as we get towards the weekend and into next week. Whatever happens out of this system here, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this up for you guys real quickly here. So this is now potential tropical cyclone number 6, which is forecast to become Tropical Storm Fred over the next 12 to 24 hours here. And you can see the projected path takes it right over Haiti, Dominican Republic, and just north of Cuba here. But based off of this track here, it stays north of the major islands, stay north of the mountains here, which will help keep its tropical storm strength all the way up until it gets towards Florida. This is where the cone becomes a little bit uncertain here as you get towards, I would say, near the Florida area and towards Cuba here. Whatever happens out of the front of boundary, whatever happens at the southeast ridge, the steering flow during this time frame is very uncertain. That's why you have the cone of uncertainty that stretches from southern Florida all the way just south of Cuba at this current time here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pull up some forecast models here. Now, this is just forecast models right now. Most of them taken just north of Cuba into the eastern Gulf of Mexico and through Florida. I want to stress, by this time frame, we will have to watch out for the potential of some shifts in the computer model guidance here. So this is what we call the GFS ensembles. And right now you can tell once you get towards this time frame here, so that puts us, by this time, we're talking the 9th. We're talking by this point all the way towards the weekend into early part of next week here. So by this point, we will have to watch out to see what happens out of this system. Most computer model guidance steers it away from Arkansas because of the trough. However, if the trough does not dig down as deep as we're currently thinking, this may allow the system to get into the Gulf of Mexico and may make a run for Louisiana and Mississippi, which would bring us appreciable rainfall, I would say, by this time next week. Right now, a lot of uncertainty with this system here. We have to wait and see if the islands are going to destroy it, where it tracks. The overall track over the next couple of days here will be crucial to see where this system goes. And then beyond this point, we'll have to watch and see if the frontal boundary steers it away. Frontal boundary lifts to the north, then the ridge builds back in and allows this thing to go into the Gulf and then get into Louisiana and potentially us here in Arkansas. So there is some rain chances down the road. Right now it's just too early to make a call on anything right now here, but we'll continue to keep you guys updated on its potential. But regardless, guys, if you have any interest along the Florida Keys or southern Florida, pay attention to this system here, guys. We could be talking about at least a mid-grade tropical storm out of this, and we can look at it right now and show you guys what's going on here. So this is potential tropical cyclone number 6 here, and it's got a pretty good area of circulation here. You can see, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on our water vapor imagery here, guys. And water vapor imagery is going to tell you the story here, what's going on. So there's some drier air just to the north of this system here. So this system is fighting wind shear, and it's also fighting some dry air right now. You can see some of the dry air may be trying to be entrained into the southern portions of that circulation here, but a good amount of thunderstorm activity on the north side of the circulation and also on the western side and on the eastern side as well. So this system looks pretty healthy. I'm expecting it to at least become a tropical storm by, I would say, later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning here. But what's going to happen as we get towards later down the road, that will be the question on if it impacts us here in Arkansas or it'll be a southeast deal here. But we'll keep you guys updated on that. So with that being said here, let's go ahead and talk about your weather highlights for today here. Heat advisory for all of Arkansas through Thursday. I know some folks down there in southwest Arkansas, the heat advisory continues until tonight, but I'm fully expecting it to get extended further on. Little to no rainfall, guys, over the next work week here, except for, I would say, Friday and Saturday as the frontal boundary begins to make its way through. But even then, not appreciable rainfall here in Arkansas. High heat and high humidity will combine to result in high heat indexes 105 to 110, even in some cases, as high as 110 plus. So keep that in mind over the next couple of days. Stay hydrated, stay cool, limit your time outdoors. And as I just got to mention here, potential some heat relief is still on track for this weekend, guys. But right now, it is very uncertain what happens with that frontal boundary here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about your 7-day forecast for northern Arkansas here. For Tuesday through Thursday, the hottest point, high temperatures in the mid to upper 90s here, overnight lows in the mid to upper 70s here. Dangerous heat indexes, 105 to 110 in northern Arkansas. Even higher elevations, you guys are not ruled out of this, guys. This heat wave will likely impact the entire state here. But as we get towards Friday and Saturday, frontal boundary begins to make its way down into Arkansas. 40% chance of rain by that point. Some storms could be strong. I want to stress during this point here, depending on what happens, what time frame do they develop. Friday afternoon, Friday evening, we'll watch very closely here. I'm not expecting a big amount of severe weather. I'm not expecting any tornadoes or anything like that. Just the potential of isolated damaging winds to be possible with any storms that develop Friday afternoon and Friday evening as the frontal boundary begins to make its way down into Arkansas here. But even with the frontal boundary, guys, we're not expecting a lot of rainfall with this here. So drought conditions is possible over the next couple of over the next week or so here. Now, Sunday into Monday here, what happens is the frontal boundary pushes through northern Arkansas, but will begin to retreat towards the north. So rain chances do return by Monday here. And at that point, we will have to watch whatever happens out of what I'm already going to call Tropical Storm Fred. What happens if it goes into Gulf? Does it continue its western track? Does it go into Louisiana, coming out to Arkansas? Right now, there's a lot of questions on who will see what as we get towards next week. We'll keep you guys updated on that. More to say for Central Arkansas here. Tuesday through Thursday, high temperatures in the upper 90s, low 100s here now. Some areas may hit 100 degrees over this 3-day span. The metro area right now, it's kind of uncertain here because we've had wildfire smoke that's kind of reduced the solar radiation that's kept us below 100 degrees. Also, a little bit of soil moisture that's still there. So there's a lot of little meso features that may help us to keep the no 100 degree streak alive here in the metro. But right now, from Tuesday to Thursday, it's going to be very hot and it's going to be very humid, where heat index is likely getting into the 105 to 110 range, especially across central Arkansas here. So overnight lows, not much of relief either. Overnight lows in the mid to upper 70s here. Front boundary begins to make its way through as we get towards Friday and Saturday, with high temperatures falling back to near normal for this time of year, near 90 degrees by Saturday, Overnight lows back into the 60s here, and then the front boundary begins to lift back up towards the north as we get towards Monday, bringing in 30% plots for showers and thunderstorms here. Now, southern Arkansas, especially southeastern Arkansas, I want to stress, between Tuesday and Thursday, I would not be surprised to see excessive heat warnings go out down there in southeastern Arkansas. So just keep that in mind during that time frame. High temperatures in the low 100s, overnight lows in the upper 70s here, and that's me being nice. Some guy suggested that you guys don't get out of 80s for lows. So that's something that we're going to find you in the forecast with. But regardless, very hot and very humid down there in southern Arkansas and southeast Arkansas. Same thing for southwest. Now, what happens as we get towards Friday and Saturday, the front boundary begins to make its way through into southern Arkansas. Now, what's going to happen is the front boundary is going to stall out between, I would say, Little Rock to down towards, I would say, Arkadelphia to Hope to El Dorado, up towards the Queen, and up towards, I would say, Crossett as well. So the front boundary is going to stall out down there in southwest Arkansas. So you're going to see repeated shots of shower and thunderstorm activity as we get towards that Saturday and Sunday time frame. Monday, the front boundary begins to lift back towards the north there. So high temperatures by that point back into the low 90s with afternoon showers, thunderstorms being possible as well here. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated right here on your source for all things Arkansas weather.